JLC's obligations. Sorry I've been gone for a month. Now, I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons quickly of why I've been gone so long in these from these videos. Is in over a month, and mostly the reason is me expressing myself out here. Now, I always been trying to be courageous towards you guys during the videos ever since I've been starting in 2020, but always I get immense anxiety just doing these videos and immense doubt in my head every time I just try to express who I am as a person. And I want to just be myself, but my body doesn't allow me to as much as I want to. It's always been sticking with me since I was 8, and I didn't even know about it. But just talking to you guys about it just lets me go through. Second, it's probably the videos, those right now you probably can't hear me that well. Through the mic that I have for my phone or my tablet. But I'm trying to get a new one, but I can't find one. On the last 5 videos I tried to do, all uptakes, didn't work out. And then the third reason, I got a new job. You can see here, right in front of me, right behind this camera. I have a new job at my program, and then that I help out disabled people or disability people, just help take care of facility that runs this place. It's with it what is it called? Henry's, and it's located in Oakland, California. It's very pleasant when everything is working properly, and I really like the job. I really do, and I hope to keep it for a very long time, or as long as I can, because it does just help me corroborate with my wife and getting better to adjust to whatever comes next. Now, let's get on to the Western Conference and talk to you all about basketball again. And just a second. Anyway, let's get on to the video, shall we? Now, we're going to start our first video with Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, I think Oklahoma City moved on to the second round, and they're the big juggernaut to what this team is to win the title. Cool. Now, we all start with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but he was not the big focal of what these games were doing. It was really not Shai. What am I saying? It really was Chet Holmgren and Williams. That defense or around this team that won this series by a convincing margin. Now, Ja got hurt in this round, but it wouldn't have mattered if Ja would have played the entire round. The series was just won 6. And really, the thing is, and that's at best. Yes, that team is loaded from top to bottom. The Thunder is from Shea all the way down to K. Rich Williams. It's 1 through 10, and they have a massive amount of defense and a good range of players just to go replace. It just goes to show you what this squad can do when it comes to defense going each position and the way how fast they are with the ball while making the three or just going into the rack and it's making it with what it seemed like nothing. Like Jaren Jackson, Sky Pippen, they really tried it out their best. These games were very close. Well, it's only one was not. But it just goes to show you how hard is this team to stop the greatest, the best team. And really, if this team does win the title, it means that they can be a dynasty for the years to come because this team's very young. Everyone is just expressing doubt on them because of how young they are, but they've been to the playoffs before, and they really want to make he kind of was before Chris Paul proud that they actually made it to that far. Now let's go on to the next round, the West Conference, which is Lakers versus Timberwolves. These have been the most closest games, and one of the most physical series of all to me in all the playoffs, but combined. The media will not put it there. Here. The Lakers are getting humiliated from the Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards all at the forefront, making, I think he's averaging about 35 points this past in his playoffs. If it's not as close, you can tell me down in the comments. But Anthony Edwards, man, there is no way that anyone now can tell me he's a superstar in this league. Is a way how he not only express himself, but how much he just puts on the load, the work of being a great in this league. He truly loves the game. When he came to the league, he was a baseball fan, and now basketball is his entire life. He is averaging, what is he shooting? How many trees? 8 trees a night almost. Yet he's making 38% of them, which is incredible. Of what he could do on the court. Or he plays so aggressive in the 3-1 line to inside the rack. Even is more inside. He's more outside than inside, which usually everyone's just telling me, or people online has been saying that it's a bad thing, but really it's a good thing if he's focusing on the team and not on himself, that he has to carry the team. When he is past the ball, this team, it could be anybody. And I really mean that this team's a contender because of Anthony Edwards, how aggressive he is at the 3-point line. Just with that step back, or just shoot, have the courage to shoot from 3 feet out. Yeah, then we had Jay McDaniels, the game changer this whole series. Him averaging over 20 points is basically what this team needs from him. He's not knowing a scorer, he's more a defensive guy. He's one of those players who can almost guard anybody inside a entire league and play so hard and show on the team. In a good 3-and-D guy, excellent guy, an intelligent player. Then you have players like Rudy Gobert, Randall, Dante Vincenzo. Those players I just mentioned, those other 3, are their depth lineup. That's their best lineup on the court. Randall's been able to be a point forward when he's not shooting the ball so much, which is why they lost one game against the Lakers. So hopefully he keeps up his A game. But the reason why Ron really is losing this whole series is because they have no way to cover not just what Anthony Edwards is doing, but the rest of the team around him. They had no way how to basically protect the paint, to protect the 3-point line when it's going in, And every single time they only one game they had showed A defense, while the rest have been B minuses, and they cannot win these games. They had to do an A over an A to win these games in defense, and that's something that they are not that capable of doing. Only 1 month we have saw them do that. That is, yeah, Austin Reeves has been struggling. Luka has been playing well, but it seems the rest of the team can't follow that. I think Dorian Finney-Smith has scored very well, or defended very well. Well, but every time they can't get a game going. We'll see if they can win tonight, but I don't see it. I really don't see it. It's because of how good Minnesota's been playing on both fronts. Now, let's go on to the next round, which is, let's see here, 2 versus 7. Warriors versus the Houston Rockets. And that's the other way around, because the Houston Rockets were the second best defense, and now they're getting crushed, getting humiliated out there. That's the Lakers. It's said they're young, and they have won some of the biggest games because of their defense. But this series has been challenging, more physical from the very start. Each game has been close, except for the one that the Rockets won. The Warriors have Jimmy Butler showing himself, but he's not the biggest reason why this team is winning, even when we calling him playoff Jimmy. He's been the game changer. He's been making this team play the absolute heart out there. But it's been guys like Krasinski, Buddy Hield, Draymond, other guys beside the stars who've been playing awesome out there and almost every game. And that's going to show you the squad is deep and was wanting to win. They could be the first ever 7th seed to win the NBA Finals. I know a lot of people on this channel will be telling me the Warriors are going to win this year once more, or they had nothing to show for that. They don't need to. But that's the thing. They got Jimmy Butler for a reason. They want to win one more ring just to solidify the odds. Curry is playing phenomenal basketball, even if the season has not shown that. He's still one of those players that if you even gets an inch of room, he's gonna make that shot, no problem. And if not, you better pray he doesn't make that shot. I just go to show you how good this squad is. And the Rockets have been playing tremendous defense on him and the entire squad. From Terry Easton, from Sengun, from Thompson, who to me, Thompson's been the best player on the Rockets this entire season and this playoff game series. But yet, they're struggling on almost every front. And Dylan Brooks has been scrappily, the villain, is grabbing on the all fronts just to get under their skin, because he wants to make it to the first time to NBA Finals. But he just can't because of how just how vulgar he is. But also, he doesn't have the right teams to actually do that. And he wants to boast that he does have that. Now, they have a chance to win this game, but I don't see them coming back at all. But it's gonna be very interesting when their heads against the wall, what they're gonna do. Sengun's been struggling with his shot. He's having a very good scoring front. He's scoring. I believe he's 49% true shooting, which is pretty bad for a center. There. Now here's the team. And there's also other guys on the Warrior squad that just being a secret. It it just goes to show you what this team can do to able to win any of their lowest seed to win. Now let's get on to the most closest series and probably the most entertaining series in all the league in the first round, and that is 4 versus 5. Like Denver Nuggets versus the Washington Clippers. This series has all this twists and turns. It is going to show you. Flying from Nikola Jokic all the way down to Ben Simmons. But here's the thing, y'all. I thought this series was going to be not even close because of the Clippers, how good they are at defense. And it's we're talked about they've been the number one defense since the trade deadline. And they've been showing themselves that you fire fronts. And every time like Kawhi gets on the court more and more every week, he gets better and better at offensively and defensively. In the guarding position, he can play the point. He can put a or he's not playing the point. He can surely pass it, the ball like that. He's at so when it gets closeouts, outs or blesses is, and it just shows what this team can really just do on a front. Then you got guys on the Clippers like James Harden with his like Sysos. We're talking about one of the guys who just has that gravity to able to change the game in an instant. He's one of those players who just tries to go all hard on either in the rack or just making his combination of step backs that he always does. Even if he's on the same velocity or the same what is it, power that he has. Oh no, impact. Sorry, impact. Those handles. The player is just there is still should be feared. And I believe he's definitely in the race for third on the 18. But I don't think he's gonna get because of how bad his turnovers are. But he is in the race. Now here's the thing. You also got guys like Anthony who's being phenomenal, playing all-star level. Being one of the raging defenders. His rim setting has been key. His game has been great on the motor, where he's passed the ball or is making big-time plays. I know he's not more known as a scorer or passer, but his impact is right there because of how deep his squad is from 1 to 10. And then we got players like Ben Simmons, Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn. And this team just has a squad to able to contend, but it seems that mistakes after mistakes just don't help this team any single bit. Zubac played his heart out in the series, but the team around him, if they make mistakes, they can't so-called win the series because of Nikola Jokic. I was gonna get into it, guys. Nikola Jokic has been playing as the best player in the game. Really? Sorry. He's been playing off the hook. Look, maybe that expression's not even in him right now, but what he has been doing is been otherworldly of passing the ball or just making everyone around him better. The guy is just someone who can score or on the face-up super well, and then he's a player who can just make anything possible on the court in the offensive end. And he's even playing well defensively. I know that people don't want to hear that, but it just goes but because how good he is at the steal, how much he wants to play on interior defense when he's in his A game, he just needs to make one defensive play out of 7, and it changes the game in instant. That's just going to show you that how great he is. He just knows where anyone's in the court as well. In no degree a pass can be stopped. I mean, basically, well, he can find it. No matter how high difficulty it is. See how outside Jamal Murray, who's scoring very well, he is on the same impact and scoring level he has been doing his past years. He's still that threat. He's still that guy who can just parade a shot in the 3-point line and just go into the mid range and make it in. And if he's scoring, this team has a chance to even win, even without their coach, Mike Malone, who they fired just a few weeks ago. But yet they're still contenders. When it looked like when they were down 2-1, they weren't. You had guys like MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., or Russell Westbrook. Look. Let's see here. Christian Brown. Now, guys who are playing, Eric Gordon with his big shots. All these guys are playing great ball. Eric Gordon's been playing phenomenal basketball with his defense and his way how he's just helping out Jokic just score the bucket. It's more than ridiculous with that shot that he did in the very last second to change the series. He didn't make that shot, this team would be down 3-1. And now he made it, and then leading by 3-2. Who? He's been a game changer. He's been basically the second best player in this team, secretly behind closed doors. This is his best year by far. And you got guys who are just playing. Now they don't have a very good bench, but they're starting one or their 6th man, but showing that they have a shot to contend with the best because we'll start with Jokic. But as long as this team is scoring, they got a real chance to win. We'll see if they could win game 6, but I don't see that. I see a series going 7 because of how good the Clippers are playing. But if they lose again, and James Harden is gonna be a choker. He's always been that in the playoffs, and if he does, but if they can't, if Clippers do move on and win this series, then everything can be better for them moving forward to be the biggest underdog. Even that is the Warriors. Let us face it, the Warriors were giving me to be able to contend, but no one is expecting the Clippers to win. Yeah, and if they win 2 games in a row, they had every chance to win the NBA Finals as a whole as well. Well, I'll get into the Eastern Conference later on in another video. Well, it will probably drop. Both these videos will drop later this evening. While you guys are watching the Lakers versus Timberwolves. For all those 30 subscribers who are here, thank you. And I hope to get to over 100 by the end of the year. See you go, guys. Later.